Going forward, you're one of the big questions. You know, your role in the team, you're a dominant scorer, and you know you have a big contract, so that's one of the things they got to decide on, and you got to decide what's out there.
Yeah. Like I said, I really, everything is just happening so fast right now, and I'm not really thinking about it. I think I got a great agent, and that's why he get paid the money he gets to handle this for me. So
he's taking some.
Yeah, that's why So I'm gonna let him handle that. When it's time to come to the table and talk. I handle it then. But to then, I'm just embracing everything.
Is there a sense with what you've built here with the young talent that you might take a little less to come back and see this team through to being a winner, contender?
Like I said, once I get to that table, I'm gonna cross that bridge when I get there.
Al, when you consider the team that was here when you came here 3 years ago, how disappointing, and would you have ever thought you would miss the playoffs 2 or 3 years here?
Well, that's a good question. Coming here 3 years ago with me replacing Carlos Boozer and with the team we had and the great first half of the season we had, no, I did not think there would be 2 years that I didn't make the playoffs out of 3. But dealing with the situation where everything went down with Coach Sloan leaving, Ty taking over, D. Will getting traded, we had Devin at Namo. I felt like with the cards that we was dealt, we played them well. We played them very well. With a young team, half of the team was young, half of the team was, veterans, and we came in and mixed well together. So I'm proud of that.
How much would you have liked to get in the playoffs this year?
And see, but didn't work out for us.
With the potential changes that could be facing this team, any sentimentality banging around in your head?
Okay, say that again.
Any sentimentality in your mind with the potential changes that could happen with this team?
I sit back and think it could be a totally different Utah Jazz team that year. Then I sit back and think it could be the same team coming back next year. So one thing I do know about the Jazz, they're a smart, team. They've been doing this for a long time, and they always gonna make the best decision for the Jazz because the fans deserve it. The fans deserve a great team, out there because they great fans. They support us night in, night out, and the Jazz gonna do what they got to do to make sure they get the right players here to try to make that playoff push next year.
Al, when the fans get through the when the fans get through the disappointment of this, isn't this kind of an exciting summer with a lot of payroll and options and pieces and veterans maybe to bring back and a good young core?
Yeah, I think so. It's a great situation to be in if you're the Utah Jazz, if you were a fan, because they got a chance to make some big moves. Some big moves. So, I think a true fan, the fans would love that. Would love to see how, their team could be rebuilt.
Al, it's perceived here in Utah that a lot of times free agents don't want to come to Utah. Now that you've had 3 seasons here, what's your opinion on, the city, the state, and the organization?
I love the city of Utah. It's a great city. Salt Lake, sorry. See, that's why I keep you around me. I love the city of Salt Lake, though. It's a great place. I love to stay out of stay out of trouble, focus on your game. The fans, the people here, just everybody is like a big happy family. And I love it.
What do they have to do next year?
Huh?
The city of Mississippi is a great.
The city of Mississippi. See, that's why I ain't talking to you today, man.
I was just going to ask you about if you had a chance to tell management 1 or 2 things from your perspective that you guys have to do to get better, to not just get 8, but to get 4 or 3 or something. What do you guys want to improve?
That's something that we talked about, secret.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, man. We don't discuss the business. We talk. We had a great talk, and we all on the same page. And I feel real good about it.
Do you put odds on yourself on whether you'll be back?
Huh?
Do you put odds on yourself on whether you'll be back?
I ain't hear you.
Odds.
Yeah, I heard you, man. Oh man. Like I said, we'll cross that bridge when I get there. Boy, y'all, I'm telling y'all media slick, man. Y'all be coming with different questions, but the same question, though, you know? Just in a different way.
Al, you said that the Utah Jazz organization obviously has helped you develop even more as a player, but even more so as a person. What's been the key to that, and how have you developed even more as a person with this organization?
I mean, you know, just I really can't put in too many words. Just the outlook on everything. You know, just by being a professional. You know, by just, you know, not only being a professional on the court, but being a professional off the court. You know, we all grown men, so they're not gonna hold your hand and make sure you're doing all the right things. You know, to take care of your body, or you know, to be ready to play. That's when you got to come in and realize that, you know, this is your job. This is something that you all, you know, also love to do. When you was younger, like a kid, it was for fun, but now it's business. You know, it's not just during the season; it's during the off season too. You know, you always got to maintain it and always be ready. And that's kind of what they opened my eyes up to. You know, going to Santa Barbara, P3. You know, that was a whole different type of workout for me. You know, and I really believe that's the reason why I have had my success the past couple of years. You know, and you know, it's just the work they did for me.
Is that in the plans again this year? Go back to Santa Barbara?
Yeah.
You have a
Al,
couple
when you
or
came
three.
here, you had probably a role in mind that you were going to fulfill on this team. Did that change over the course of time in terms of what your role actually wanted to be?
Yeah, it did actually. When I came here, you know, I was coming to just help, you know, glue this team together. You know, as far as the loss of Carlos Boozer and just coming in and just pick up where they left off. And then I became one of the leaders, you know, on this team. You know, and you know, I wasn't coming in expecting that. I was coming in and just doing my part and trying not to mess up. You know, and coming in and being one of the leaders on this team, just, you know, showed how I just worked my way up. You know, and that was an honor too.
In doing that, has that changed then your marketability perhaps in the league? I mean, has that shown that you can do more things than people thought a couple of years ago?
I hope so. I think so. I think I have showed that I'm not just the black hole that I had a reputation having some years ago. You know, and I lived up to that name. So, but you know, it's just, I hope it showed people that I can do other things, and I'm working my butt off every year to try to get better and better on defense. And to hear Coach back there said that, you know, he was really proud of how I did pick up on my defense this year. Let me know that, you know, the work was paying off. You know, I got some ways to go, but that's what it's all about, just getting better every year.
Boston was obviously a big part of the early part of your career. Did Monday's attack hurt you too?
Yeah, it most definitely did. Yeah, you know, because it's just crazy. You know, people just out having a great time, enjoying their day. You know,
and you know what that means in Boston, what Patriots Day's like.
Yeah, so for that to happen, it just really was crazy to even experience that. And I know how the people in Boston really, you know, took that in. So it was crazy for me.
Are there just a couple of memories that you always have of Utah, Salt Lake City, and this team? I mean, that stand out, whether it's a three-point shot you hit, or
well, first of all, one thing that's gonna stand out the media. Y'all just, you know, I mean, I love you guys. You know, y'all the best. I mean, you know, we kind of like, I guess, husband and wife. You fight one day, then you're happy in that. So that's one thing. That's good. I mean, I'm not just saying that. I'm serious. Y'all, I think the media here is real good. But a couple of things that do stand out for me, if I have to say one, just that making the playoff last year, that final game that sealed it for us. You know, that was really a touching moment for me, because not only, you know, I was a part of it, you know, just to be able to share it with the rest of the guys, and, you know, how our season went. You know, I think that was probably the top of my list.
Al, how would you characterize the final team meeting here? Because, I mean, it's definitely going to be the last time all these guys are together. How would you characterize that team meeting?
Man, you know, just a moment I always remember, you know, just like you said, because regardless of what we all want, there's no way in the world every one of these guys will be, you know, here next year. We will here all together next year. So, you know, just that plane ride back last night, today, just, you know, interacting with the guys and having a conversation. You know, I just cherish that moment.
Emotional?
Yeah, kind of emotional, but you know, at the end of the day, we hope we all be in the lead next year. That's when we not in the lead next year, that's when everybody be crying and, you know, trying to figure out what's going on, you know. So, you know, might be different teams, but having this job is always the blessing. You know, as long as you be somewhere in this league.
With the young guys that you have on this team, what does the future look like with Gordon and Derek and Dennis?
Sky's the limit, in my opinion. You know, I said that 2 years ago. You know, with Derek and Big Turkey and Gordon, Burks, Jeremy Evans. I got a great group of young guys. You know, and I really believe that they could stay together. It's gonna be trouble.
Big Turkey's gonna owe you some money, isn't he, on that next contract for all the help you gave him?
We haven't talked about it yet, but he know. All I ask is he might do it for somebody else. You know, another young guy come in, do it for him. But you know, I really didn't think me teaching him what I taught him, he was gonna do it and also do it better than me. That wasn't the plan. I wasn't trying to teach him, but he doing it better than me, and that's you know. So I'm gonna have to polish my game a little bit. Maybe come out with a left hand or something. I don't know.
You've been in this league for a while, but do you feel like this is your prime coming up, or?
I do. I really think that even though I just finished my 9th year, I think this is the prime years. I think, you know, 28. I'm 28 now. You know, 28. Next 5 years, I think I really could get some. You cool, brother. Make some big moves in my career. You know, so.
Getting back to what you just said, the left hand. How deadly would you be if you added that to your arsenal?
I know, man. I had a left hand one time, then I woke up. So, I don't know, man. I guess the right hand is so special.
Maybe you can use the left to work on that waffle iron that they gave you.
There you go. There you go.
All right, Al. You are adding some defensive tricks, though. I mean, your defense has really improved in the time you've been here in Salt Lake. Who do you credit that to? What do you credit that to?
Well, I credit to y'all who said my defense sucked, and the Utah Jazz who also agreed that my defense sucked, and they helped me work with it. You know, P3. You know, Santa Barbara going to P3 every summer to work with my quickness with my foot, being able to move out there on the pick and roll, keeping my weight down. You know, all that. The Utah Jazz. If I had to sum it up one word, Utah Jazz. Really, just like I said, just made me grow as a player.
All right, thanks.